Wrestling. We're going to talk about it. Tim and Joel call it in the ring. Sunday afternoon. Mid-draft. Middle of the draft, because this draft never ends. Nice.
It's the multi-day draft. It's kind of like taking your vitamins every day, but it's more than one a day. That's like 16 a day. You ever take 16 vitamins in a day?
No, that sounds. I don't take vitamins. I just eat food.
Also, what was that opening? What was that? Were you being a chicken? Is that what we're doing? It's Sunday on the farm?
Sunday on the farm, which sounds fine to me. What's wrong with farms? You
Nothing's
farm
wrong
hater?
with farms.
Farms are what feed us.
They are. I'm a big proponent of farming. I would never be one to own a farm or tend to a farm, but I just heard a lot of clucking in that intro.
Anyway, no theme this week. We're in transition on a little technical matter, but you'll hear it in the audio podcast for those of you who don't want to look at our ugly mugs.
Oh, I can't blame them.
Yeah, me neither.
So
ugly.
Have we thought about changing our name to two white guys with beards who do a wrestling podcast?
There is a wrestling podcast called Between Two Beards. No,
I like them though. I was at SummerSlam with JPJ. Yeah, I like JPJ.
So that's the thing. We can't be. That's gimmick infringement, sir.
Oh God, that's right. Oh, now I see why you did that.
Yeah, because old Papa Penguin in the chat giving us a little reminder. I feel like they did a shout out to that in the actual draft.
Oh my God!
Like one of the commentators, I'd probably McAfee. Drug it out, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. He made his impact, an indelible mark, if you will.
Yes, it was something. Speaking of something, how about you toss us a thumbs up on this video? How about you do that, okay? Maybe you can leave a comment, join us live here in the chat. That's always recommended, always welcome. We love having new voices, old voices, friends old and new. Do that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Get on that. Yep. Why not? And also, we do have a Discord. There's a link in the video description. The Discord is free for now, so come and hang out. Let's do it. See? Join the Discord. Mod Mike knows what he's talking about.
Join the Discord. Yeah,
that's right.
Wait, what's that backwards? We can make a song out of it.
Join the Discorder?
Droxid et Niage. At Niage is the same.
It's always the same.
Droxid et Niage.
All right, let's talk about it. It's draft season, baby.
And we also night one. An upcoming season premiere. So all sorts of the word season being misused.
So it's always the same. They do the season premiere after the draft. And the draft used to be like a summertime / post WrestleMania thing. And
is it annual now though? Like are they doing it every year? They sure do know how to cheapen something.
And this was like a Sean Ross Sapp discussion. He had posted he's been posting about the relationship between WWE and the broadcast partners, right? And it's a lot about partner management. It's not like, Fox is mad and USA is mad. No, it's about how you find ways to navigate your responsibility as a content creator, as a content developer, versus what your networks want and what they would expect from you, the content provider. So part of it was, when we were pre-pandemic, they were trying to find ways to boost ratings for Raw. And that included, turn the lights off, the 24/7 title, Raw Underground, like a plethora of things. And then exactly. Everyone remembers Raw Underground. For better or worse.
Episode one was very memorable in that it had so much shit thrown at the wall that was scraped right off of it quickly after.
But that's what Raw's become for the last few weeks, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what works. And some things work and some things don't. The point is, the USA WWE connection has always been one of like, we trust you, but we don't want scapegoats. That's what it comes down to. We want to see some success. There comes a point when success is not shown by a couple of like popped ratings. And so things like the draft became this like pop a rating thing. And now WWE's kind of leaning into it as we got to do it just to shake things up and also to have fresh sides of each coin. And now you add in the Fox part of things. And Fox is like, well, we want to have wrestler X, Y, and Z. And USA is like, I don't give a shit as long as this show's good. Because Fox has a lot more money in the game for this. So, for example, you know, we're going to talk about who went where in the draft momentarily. And like Charlotte Flair went to SmackDown. And a lot of people have been talking about the fact that that was Fox's recommendation. They wanted Charlotte.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Why not take the most recognizable woman in WWE? Why not take her? There's a legacy there too. You can't dispute that. Whether you like her or not, she has a name value.
Yeah. That is indisputable. She is top tier talent.
Yeah. And Luis saying Hit Row was drafted to SmackDown. And I hope that dipshit fan wasn't drafted with them. I hope so too.
He'll find a new obnoxious outlet, I'm sure.
If he's like me, he'll just switch to LA Knight. Just every single time.
Just honestly, I would enjoy that for a few weeks at least. Like if he was just constantly doing that, like at like a fixed interval throughout all of his matches, that would be very hilarious to me.
I want it to replace the what chant.
Yeah.
This is what I'm here for. So we get through SmackDown. Let's talk about night one of the draft. Do you want me to just rattle off who went where, or do we want to talk about if anything stands out?
They opened the show with change. What was it? Change is coming.
Like, yes, except change isn't coming for another 3 weeks.
For arbitrary change's sake, and then for a few weeks.
Yeah, so we're gonna free. Which at first I'm like, this is kind of dumb, and then I'm like, you know what? This is better than having. It's better than having them fake it for 3 weeks to go to Saudi and then come back and then fake it for have to explain why all these promotional matches are happening.
Yeah,
and then have to do something about it. It was fine. So the 3 weeks is fine. We're going to get to Saudi because all roads run through Saudi Arabia, and then they come back, and then it's brand supremacy season, which is just equally dumb. This is why I wanted the draft to be in WrestleMania time.
You're right, because it's just like now tired thing after now tired thing.
Yeah, it's one thing after another. And also, why does the person who just joined a new brand a week ago suddenly care nothing about their brand? Like all they care about is this new brand that they're on after they just switched from the legacy they were trying to create on the other. It's the brain wave isn't there. So on SmackDown, let's just get right to it. Let's go to the SmackDown picks, and then we'll talk about them if there's anything interesting in there. So we got Roman Reigns going. Charlotte Flair switches over from Raw to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre goes from Raw to SmackDown.
As expected. Fully expected.
And I like that. I'll talk about that in a minute.
Decision.
Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods go from Raw to SmackDown, which is very interesting, and we'll talk about that for sure. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
So they basically took ridiculous Moss, eh? Like they just did that and opened the thesaurus and went with Madcap.
I have a theory, and also Middick Moss is how I will refer to him from now on.
Middick, yeah, for sure.
Our friends in NXT, known as Hit Row, they will be moving over. That's the NXT
including
North
Fab
American. Fab B. Oh no. That includes North American champion Isaiah Swerve Scott, who has not defended his title since June.
Who was referred to just as Swerve by the commentary team, which I thought was noteworthy, but we'll see.
That's a good point. Top Dollar or Top Dollar, and Ashanti and the Adonis and B-Fab or Fab B. Yes, we'll talk about them going over and why it could be really good. We'll see very shortly. Naomi gets drafted officially to SmackDown. Jeff Hardy moves over from Raw to SmackDown. I like that, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. And the supplementary draft, Aaliyah from NXT, who's been doing a billion dark matches going into this. You got to put, sorry, I'm looking in the chat. You got to put an ER. It's Top Dollar. If you got spelled wrong. And Fab B. Drew Gulak is moving over, so the 24/7 dorks are slowly transitioning over to SmackDown. Except that Reggie is still on Raw. We'll get there in a sec. Mace, oh, this broke me so bad. Mace and T-Bar got separated.
Bad decision.
Mace is on SmackDown. Mansoor and Ali are on SmackDown, and Tony Storm rounds out the SmackDown roster for night one. Okay, so we'll talk about Drew McIntyre moving over first. We expected it, right?
Oh yeah, we said it had to happen because it had to happen.
One thing that I liked when he had his promo in the back is he brought up the fact that when he was brought into WWE, he was the chosen one, and he was young and he
Mhm.
was a kid. He started on SmackDown. I like that he brings that up because
Yeah.
no one else would have.
Yeah. Yeah, he's made his entire career like one long-term narrative about his identity, which I think is really, really good and useful because it gives, the writers tons and tons to work with. It's not like he had to, he looks so different, and he reinvented himself, but he's still, there's a through thread there that gives them tons of material.
Yes, and I hope that they continue to use that. We'll skip over New Day. We'll come back to that because I feel like it's a larger
Yeah, that's
conversation.
a bigger.
Yeah. Hit Row. I expected them to go to Raw. I
Yeah,
saw them.
the 3-hour show it makes more sense to me.
Yeah, especially after the promo that they cut on NXT, where they set the table for the entire night. They were very much playing the introductory "Welcome to Monday Night Raw" cast of characters. They didn't do that. They're not doing that. Top Dollar had a match, a dark match going into SmackDown. So I guess that's what made the decision to have them join SmackDown. Either way, the BFAB's going to join a division that's going to need some help. They
Yes.
need that. The women's division on SmackDown is very much like top tier, and then everyone else is below. Like in terms of work rate, in terms of character development, all that. BFAB's probably the most developed character, which isn't saying a lot.
I was about to say, after that match with Elektra, do you think she's ready to step into that role though?
I do, because here's the best part about moving over to a brand in the draft. You are now working house show loops.
Yeah, fair.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna get better. You're gonna have time to train. You don't get that in NXT. You don't get the house show loops anymore because they aren't doing it. They haven't been able to. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, and Stantasma, my favorite. They ran Hit Row out of NXT. And you know what? I said it on Twitter. I'll say it here just so that we have it on the audio and the video. I think that Swerve will drop the title to Phantasma.
Yeah.
To Santos Escobar.
Santos. Yeah.
In 1 week or 2 weeks. I don't think it'll do it that quickly. I think it'll be 2 weeks if they get to it. And yeah, and so Mod Mike brings up that Hit Row might bring a younger crowd, according to Fox. And I think there's actually a very, very good point to that. I thought they would be more a Raw property based on the way that they, the way that they set things up, the way that they act, the way that they, promo, the way they entertain.
I mean, I don't know shit about ratings or television viewership. I feel like Friday night is a hard sell for anything younger. I mean, you can PVR it, I guess. Those get counted? Do they get counted? I don't know what counts.
Well, we've I don't know. You and I've talked about this offline. I've talked about this with a lot of different people. Right now, there is a very big emphasis on bringing in African American fans, bringing in Black fans. Plain and simple. You've got WWE champions that are holding titles who are Black. You have main events where it's Black talent on top of the card. It's wonderful, and it's obvious. It's also obvious, but it's not a bad thing. Representation matters. Like, we talk about this. This isn't our space to say it. This is something that I've kind of been talking about and been noticing, and I'm putting it out there because I would love more people to see that and maybe understand how that could be a very good thing, at least in the WWE world. So that's as far as I'll go with that. I'll let other people who are much more equipped to have the conversation have that conversation.
Yeah, my only concern with it is that I don't know if these WWE writers are going to be able to handle it correctly, but we'll see. Like, I'm just concerned that Hit Row is going to be put into some really corny ass programs with the Street Profits and stuff, and just like do that ad nauseum. But we'll see.
Well, we'll see where the Street Profits end up because they haven't been drafted yet. And Elliot points out also that he thinks that Carmelo Hayes is going to take that NXT North American Championship with his contract.
If he takes the North American title, then I don't know. Like, that's a decision.
I think he's going to wait until Ciampa drops the title, and then he's going to go after whoever beats him for that title. And
Braun Breaker,
like, or Von Wagner, whoever the hell it's going to be. It'll be them. So there's that. Jeff Hardy, I found interesting because I think they're going to have Jeff take on Roman Reigns at TLC.
Yeah,
I think that'll be the match.
Very correct. He's going to die, but yeah.
But he's getting the build that he always wanted. He got the music back. He's getting, he was in a US championship match this past weekend or last 2 weekends ago, whatever it was. He's getting slowly built, and they can build him up for December to have a match against Roman Reigns in TLC.
And Vince really responds to that crowd noise, and there was mad crowd noise for Jeff Hardy during that triple threat. So
yeah, so there's absolutely room there. Tony Storm is fine. I don't think there's anything else. There was New Day. So let's talk about New Day. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's complaining. New Day gets split up in the draft. Big E is on Raw, and the New Day got drafted to SmackDown. I think people are starting to realize as well that there's going to be some sort of movement because the Usos are on the board this coming week on Raw. They're in the draft pool. I think they're going to try and put something together where the New Day are still together. But, this is the, God damn it, pal, take them on a ride. It's going to be one of those moments.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity for them to have Roman flex his political muscle,
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Roman just playing off as, make it right, and making it right includes bringing the New Day over, or it'll be Big E trying to best Roman somehow in the brand supremacy thing, blah, blah, blah. New Day becomes the full New Day on one of the brands, probably Raw. And the Usos are going to get drafted to Raw. They'll arrange a trade, move them over Raw, SmackDown.
Or darkest timeline, during Survivor Series, the New Day have to face each other.
Oh my God, I'm so into it. It's going to be, oh my God, could you imagine? They do Big E and the Usos versus Roman and the New Day. Holy shit, let's do it. Let's do that. I like that so much better. Whose side are they on? Can they coexist? Let's do it. It's perfect. Yeah, there you go. Like Luis is saying, mad about the New Day split, but then the Roman shenanigans cleared it. Sometimes you do just have to wait. Sometimes you have to just wait it out. I had a good laugh when they did it. I was like, there's something else going on here.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't think they'll do the exact same thing 2 years in a row. I'm sorry, Luis. But you know what? We're dangerously close to another stupid, like, here's your title. Now here's your title with the women's champions. But we'll see. Maybe we're doing the 2 belts thing. That could be the other darkest timeline possibility here, given how they close the show.
Again, we got 3 weeks. So I'm at least hoping that I don't think there's anything being planned yet. I just think that they're going to realize, okay, we got 3 weeks. Lipo. Let it play out. Lipo. It's fine by me. So for Raw, let's talk about the Raw side of the draft. We talked about Big E. He's on Raw. Bianca Belair moves over from SmackDown to Raw. Don't hate that. RK Bro gets moved over. Or sorry, they stay on Raw. Raw
remains on Raw.
Edge gets moved from SmackDown to Raw. That was interesting to me.
Interesting. Very interesting. Forces them out of this feud post. Are they fighting a crown jewel, do you think? Is that what's going to happen? That's probably what's going to happen.
I want them to be facing Mansoor and Ali in some sort of combination so that Mansoor and Ali win the tag titles.
Oh, sorry. We're still talking about, okay, bro. I was talking about Edge. Like Edge.
Oh, sorry. Edge and Seth is going to be the thing. That's going to be the play for them because big money. The women's tag champions, Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash, they stay on Raw, which I find really good. I think it's smart. You get 2 women out of that. They will stay on Raw once they lose the tag championships. Fine by me. Keith Bearcat Lee, who should be Bearcat Keith Lee. He is going to stay on Raw. Ray and Dominic Mysterio move back to Raw, and hopefully Ray keeps his eyeballs as well this time. Austin Theory moves over from NXT to Raw. That was kind of expected. I didn't think he would go in the main draft. I thought maybe supplementary, but cool. They have plans.
Is this the second time he's been drafted?
No, this is the first time he's been drafted.
Okay, he was just up there at one point.
He had some dark matches, but he hasn't been on the main roster.
What? Who was on the main roster that I'm thinking of?
Dominic Mysterio?
No. There was someone who did a WrestleMania match.
Oh, that was Austin Theory. Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I
was like, he's been up.
Oh my God, I forgot about Austin Theory in the NXT move call up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, that just blew my mind. Thank you for reminding me.
It's all good.
Alpha Academy move over from SmackDown to Raw. That's Otis and Chad Gable.
I like this a lot, actually. I think that's the right move. Give them a little bit more time to breathe on the 3-hour show. Give them more attention. Because I like them. I think they're good. Good potential.
Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz.
Hate this, but I just hate this. Full stop.
I feel bad for Aziz because he's going to be on the same brand as Omos. And like they haven't made that yet.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to move AJ Styles and Omos over to SmackDown, which they actually might do.
They very well could, yeah.
But as of right now, they're on the same brand together. I feel bad for them about that. Doudrop is going to stay on Raw. Fine with that.
Oh, but I mean, you got 7-foot tall Shanky anyway, right? On the same brand as Omos.
Come on. So Doudrop stays on Raw. Drake Maverick stays on Raw. John Morrison stays on Raw. Hopefully his wife joins him soon.
Yep.
Nia Jax stays on Raw. 24/7 champion Reggie stays on Raw, but of course that's a cross-branded championship as well. R-Truth stays on Raw. T-Bar is now a Raw separate on his own, doing his own thing, and Zelina Vega moves over from SmackDown to Raw. Sure, Zelina Vega has red hair. Vince was probably like, "Oh, dude, she should be on Monday nights." God damn.
No, 3 hours more opportunities to continue punishing her.
She got one victory, so we got this going on.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some notable names for Monday. Let's talk about them real quick. We got Becky Lynch. This freaked people out. So this is the importance of having draft pools that are open and available to fans. Because when Becky wasn't picked at all in the first 2 rounds, people were absolutely losing. I was also confused. I was like, what the hell is this garbage?
Yeah,
you already had your
real quick. She's like, just to be clear, the man.
You had your 2 men's top champions go, and then you had the Raw women's champion. Why wouldn't you have the SmackDown women's champion in the same pool? That's what felt weird to me.
Because none of it makes a damn bit of sense. Like the entire time they're like, "Oh, this is great. Both of these people coming out on top, or both of these shows coming out on top." It's like, what? Like, how can they do well? Like, it's just you're shuffling around people between they're not going anywhere, and the people who aren't drafted just choose where they go. Like, there's no stakes here. There really aren't.
I love the undrafted free agents thing. That is, kind of
like
nuts.
No one's coming out on top. It's going to be real balanced. Dumb.
I have a theory with that. We'll talk about that really quickly.
Right.
So Becky Lynch is in the pool. Kevin Owens is in that pool. The Usos, who are the SmackDown Tag Champions. Sasha Banks, Damian Priest, the US Champion. Bobby Lashley, and the Hurt Business. Speaking of the undrafted free agents, I think they're going to be part of those undrafted free agents, and they're just going to go where Bobby goes. I think that's the play. Shinsuke Nakamura, who's the Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles, No Mas, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Street Profits, Shayna Baszler, Natalia, Tamina, Shotzi, Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai, Xia Li, and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn took on Damian Priest last night in Puerto Rico, so that's something that's going on. I think that was also just, I mean, Sammy to Raw would make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, they could also just swap the titles, right? The IC and US.
Yes,
we talked about that before. So
I wonder if they would do that.
I feel like, well, I don't know. Now it's gotten a little bit money because they've swapped some things. I expect that to be the title swap, though. Like if they're gonna switcheroo them on shows, I think it would be those ones.
Yeah, because you have to do the Survivor Series match where the U.S. champion and the Intercontinental champion have a match. That works for me. But yeah, so those are the notable names for Monday. I think there's going to be some really cool shakeups, or at least some stuff that goes on for Monday. Other than that, I mean, listen, like Becky's going to go first. The Usos are going to go pretty high. Sasha will go in the first 2 rounds. Lashley will probably go early, and then the champions will also go in the first 3-4 rounds. We talked about New Day split, so we're good. New Day splat. Outside of SmackDown, outside of draft stuff on SmackDown, Roman and Brock, we open the show. Roman has his 20-minute entrance, which thankfully gets cut by an Extreme Rules wrap-up, which I appreciated that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me an opportunity to not... Well, I was going to skip it either way. So I would have skipped the Roman entrance, and I definitely skipped a wrap-up. So,
oh, by the way, other notable name for Monday is Finn Balor. We're going to have to talk about Finn Balor because he wasn't on SmackDown
Demon
either.
Detective Finn Balor.
Yes, that's right. So the detective is going to show up all painted up, wearing his Sherlock Holmes hat.
Yeah, the double-sided flip. Like, he's got to figure out who screwed him there. Clearly it was God, but anyway.
I mean, apparently it was some guy who was holding a camera and had a knife, according to some guy on
is that,
the internet.
That I don't believe, because it didn't break that way, but I don't know, maybe it did.
I can't. I looked for.
Also, don't they use airplane cable?
They're one of the last ones to use real rope. Everyone else is using cable.
Yeah.
But yeah, WWE is one of the last to use rope because rope is expensive.
Yeah.
Versus the cables that are much more springy and also much cheaper to do. I don't mind this shout, Damian Priest going to SmackDown. I'm fine with it.
That's what. Yeah, I think that'd be a good move. It'll probably work. Like.
Okay, so whatever. Roman does the promo, calls them Baltimoreans, which I love. And then we have what do they call Brock Lesnar's called the
Suplexorcist.
call Roman the Suplexorcist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. It's October. It's spooky season. Let's do it. And then, of course, out comes Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, I should cut off all of the sleeves on my flannels.
Yes.
Because I can look that cool.
Yeah. Anyone can.
It's true. I'm going to go.
and you know, it made Jeff Hardy look like a little bitch.
So. Afterwards, yes, he did. But in the moment, Brock comes down and beats up the Usos, and I love that Roman is just like, "Don't you dare touch Jay! Don't you dare touch
not Jay! Anyone but Jay! Beat the shit out of Jimmy! I don't care, but not Jay!
Do Jimmy again, just not Jay." I love it. Little shit like that makes me laugh. And that was fine. It was a good hot segment. Listen, they're building to a match that's gonna have some stakes. A Universal Championship, sure. KO and Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss. So we're introduced to Madcap Moss, Middick Moss, not Mad Cat Moss. This isn't your video game cheap controller. It's Madcap Moss. I'm sorry. KO looks so defeated coming out. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. I am over it. And I am not the everyone's contract that's up, go to AEW type of guy. I'm really not. I've never been that person here. He's starting to wear it on his face that he's like, I'm so done with this shit. I feel bad.
I mean, he's so talented and they don't give him the opportunity anymore to, like, you know, he just keeps getting those quick little runs. Like, I don't know.
They can't keep him on top. They shuffle him out as quick as they can. And what does he do? He doesn't go mid card, he goes down the card. It's just it's upsetting.
Stupid programs to get over mediocre characters.
He's over it. And it's very funny. Someone pointed out that when he's coming out, he's got the entrance thing is the thing says just keep fighting. Yeah, and it's and he's looking so defeated, and I'm like, oh,
he looks like he's there, baby. Talk,
yeah, like, you know, the hang there, baby,
the cat,
same thing, same energy. Poor KO. So
it's a shame. I think, you know, I wish someone jump in and just give Impact an ass load of cash. Like we need a third. I mean, this is truly the golden age of wrestling. But I think we need somewhere else to help compete a little bit more, because AEW can't just keep buying everyone.
It's true, and that's the other side of it too, right? Impact has to start making their moves beyond just bringing guys in and not doing anything with their promotional materials.
Make me watch again, because really, like, the only thing that I'm super excited about, or the only person in Impact that I think has, like, super duper talented right now is Jordan Grace. So I don't know.
I mean, for me, that Bound for Glory main event with Josh Alexander and Christian Cage.
Sure, and Josh Alexander.
That's going to do it for me.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's the problem. Impact has so much talent and so many good things going on, but they're so god awful at finding ways to promote themselves and their product.
And they keep going back to friggin' Eddie Edwards and what's his name?
Well, it ain't going to be Sammy Callahan right now.
Oh, is he? Because he busted his leg or something?
Because he broke his ankle, and they wrote him out fully this time.
Okay, maybe I'll start watching again.
All I'm saying is Impact, go back to Twitch, and I swear we'll be watching and promoting you every single day. Anyway, so Madcap Moss. I have a theory that it's the Mad Hatter. That's all it is.
I'm sorry, what?
Alice in Wonderland. He's telling awful jokes that are make no sense. He's just the Mad Hatter, and he's going to be wearing mad caps. That's all it is.
That's thin. That's a thin.
It's a thin ass character, but guess what? That's the way it goes. We got Shane Thorne being the crocodile hunter.
Oh my god!
And because of that, anything's possible. And again, shout out to Shane Thorne. We talked about it last week. Who went to Vince? Who went on Twitter and said, "I went to Vince with this idea," and everyone was like, "So brave, so brave! Congratulations!"
So brave.
Shane.
No, again, we talked about this. That was like the 300th attempt for him to get on TV, and he just gave up. He's like, "What about Crocodile Dundee?" Yes.
You know what?
Jesus.
This is honestly, it's just the Mad Hatter. He saw that he was reading Alice in Wonderland to his grandkids. And so afterwards, Moss was just like, oh shit, I have an idea. I'm gonna go talk to the old man. I'm gonna pitch the Mad Hatter. And it worked.
That's the thing. People were ripping on Chelsea Green's ideas, but the stuff that gets through, it's
At
no,
least she tried.
it's exactly. It's just brainstorming. You have to throw absolutely everything because apparently, I'm sure there's so many good character ideas that just thrown in the trash immediately. But Crocodile Dundee gets through. So
Yes, exactly. So that's the match happens. Whatever, who cares? And then after that, we have a casual beanie.
yeah,
I'm always
which
here.
great segment. Love that. So cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Seth Rollins going to Edge's real house. That yes, everyone was like, "Is that his house?"
No,
Like,
that's
yes,
definitely his house. Yeah,
that's the house.
that would take too much to stage. Like,
Yeah, that's the house that a broken neck built. Like, good on him. It's a really nice friggin' house.
I mean, I saw that kitchen. Like, he did a little. I was looking at some diet plans, and I was curious what he eats. And
He
spoiler,
does.
like it's always prepared meals and stuff that they purchase because that's what people
Yeah,
like that have the time to consume. So it's
yeah.
not interesting at all. Like
He's
I
been
ended
very
the
open
video
about
on
it.
Yeah.
If you go on
he's just
YouTube,
like, yeah, but
there's
he's
a
very. It was a nice segment, but yeah, I saw his kitchen and he was this same kitchen.
there's a company that like everyone uses. It's actually the same one that Jinder was using when he was like built to shreds, like when Lee
Yeah,
looked great. By
which
the way, looking
very
forward.
not what I was looking for, but that's
Yeah,
fine. Like people should stop interviewing WWE wrestlers. They don't have time to eat in an interesting way.
yeah. So now the next show that I want, like Luis was saying, SmackDown presents Cribs, hosted by Seth Rollins, where Seth Rollins just goes to
Goes to
random
someone.
wrestlers' houses. It just breaks
in, kicks down some doors.
Not even. He just had to walk in because
Well,
everyone was like,
this one, but they're not all going to be unlocked,
well,
right?
that's the thing. We had a bunch of people being like, "What? What? Why is his door unlocked?" And I'm like, "Well, if you've ever been in Canada, let me
Oh,
tell
don't
you."
pull that stupid. That documentary jackass did that?
Oh, is that Mike Myers?
Mike Myers. Yeah, he's a
Not Mike Myers. Michael Moore. Michael Moore.
Mike
Mike
Myers,
Myers is a
another
Canadian.
darling. But yeah, Michael Moore goes in and is like, you stupid asshole. You opened like 30,000 houses and like the 5 that were unlocked you put on in your movie.
So
I know how documentaries work. It's mostly bullshit. Like,
so the big heel
awful.
move here for
Yeah.
Seth, it's not that he broke in. It's that he went into the fridge, took the apple out, and left the fridge door open while he went through the kitchen itself. That is some heel move, man.
Edge with the phone call to Beth was just like the groceries. Don't worry about the groceries.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't worry about the groceries. He sees the kid art on the wall and he's like, your kids are ugly arts. And then goes over to the couch and does the this is my couch. So lap of luxury. So good. It's so silly. And then of course Edge like peels it to the back. He just runs to the back and he gets in the car. Or no, he doesn't get in the car because he doesn't. I'm like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna run to Asheville? Like, is he gonna run to North Carolina from Baltimore? No. He goes to get his phone and he calls Beth and he does the little thing where he's just like, don't, I don't care if you're out getting the groceries and it's 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna call Daniel and David. And of course, a bunch of people figure out those are the real names of FTR. I like it. It's a nice little shout.
Yeah, it was cute.
Shout out to Wade Keller, who had no friggin' clue that it was FTR. And like his entire post show, people were just like, "Oh, maybe best brother is David and Daniel." It's like, no, please stop it.
It doesn't make sense.
Anyway,
use your head.
Do you think FTR showed up with Arn Anderson?
Oh my God, one can only assume.
I mean, if
bury the hatchet. I mean, if someone's strapped, who's strapped now.
They ain't gonna bury no hatchet. They're gonna be burying something else after Arn takes care of Seth.
I mean, they'll need a hatchet. No, hatchet's tough. Probably some sort of power saw. Anyway,
so that was the B&E. I loved it. Like Luis says, all that trouble just for tree semen. Shout out to Daniel Bryan Danielson. Anyway. I don't want to talk about Mask Mella. Do you? Luchadora
segment. Good crowd. Good work, crowd. She did look stupid. Move on. I hate the beat down that leads to no match. Like, just ring the bell. You could have rung the bell at any moment. You got in the ring. Makes no sense.
It was very silly. There was no reason for it.
No.
8-man tag. New Day and Street Profits take on Alpha Academy and the Dirty Dogs. Sorry, I had to get there. Montez Ford's ribs will never heal.
No.
I love it. They win the match and they're doing the positivity thing. And Tez is just like wincing in pain and trying to praise the Lord. And he's like, oh, this sucks. I hate everything, but I'm happy I won. It's great stuff. I love that stuff. It's fine. Street Profits are going to split up on Monday. What do you think?
I think that might happen. I think Dirty Dogs also go to Raw. Don't know why.
Dirty Dogs. Sorry.
Just give Dolph Ziggler some time. And I think he can. With 3 hours, they can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Carmelo's mask is more protected than most luchadors in WWE, and it riles Luis up.
Oh, it's such a hideous mask.
It's so bad. Glitterati mask right there. Banks and Belair. I was shocked that it had a finish.
Yep. Same.
But the real story was Becky on commentary. Because I don't know about you, I could not pay attention to that match while Becky was like...
It was just listening to Becky, and like they kept introducing so many... One, we got 2 belts backs constantly being referenced, and then they end the show the way they do. We got Becky Biceps, who... she's very fit. Them some little ass biceps, and they've got like they had Beth Phoenix for a while. You know, we've seen some sizable biceps. Like,
here's your bicep specialist,
little noodle
Tim
arms.
Stone P. We're gonna start having you do bicep measurements for all the women.
Analysis. Yeah.
Yes, bicep analysis.
Anyway, Becky's got little arms. Like,
and
she fit,
so,
but little arms.
So now the story is like the 4 horsewomen versus Michael Cole, and that's the match I want to see at WrestleMania because they're all going in on Michael Cole every time they're on commentary. Without like Bayley, very famously had everything going during the pandemic, and now Becky's doing it. Charlotte was doing it on Raw, like whenever Michael Cole was on Raw. Holy shit! I just want to see them take on Michael Cole. Let's do that.
Do that.
And apparently Sasha's gear was a big point of conversation to a lot of people.
Why?
She's wearing chaps, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. People were making excuses. People were making excuses. Sasha Crew, whatever. Good luck. Is Becky an effective heel to you, by the way?
Yeah. I like her. I mean, I found her so... I mean, she's Conor McGregor, but whatever.
What's... Yeah, because there are people on the other side of that argument very, very vehemently saying this isn't working. Becky is not a heel. This isn't going to work. It's fake. It's too put on. Well, first of all, welcome to wrestling. She's not actually going to be a bad guy.
I think she's annoying as shit, which is the best way to become a heel in my book. Like,
shout out to Little Arms.
Definitely a rapper. That's Little Guns, man.
That's true. Anything with a double entendre.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Becky thing is fine with me.
I think if you come out there with a shit ass mohair jacket, you're a heel. I don't care.
Yeah. I think people are just upset that she's not getting like the giant boos that people want.
I don't think that's possible. Half the heels in WWE don't. Like
that's because they're all cool.
That hasn't been a thing since the internet. Like that really has not been, but like Roman's getting a mixed response. Like he's not just getting boos other than the big ones they pipe in. Like
part of WWE's problem has become that it's always the cool heel and it's never a face that has any sort of like awareness or any sort of character other than they're just really good, like good people. That's it.
They're always just they're fighting champions is their number one go-to for heel champs. And they're really like wistful bootstrappers. And it's like, those people are annoying. Like hyper positivity can be very, very irritating and is more heelish to me. Like, aside from I don't think there's anyone who's like legitimately just like over. Drew's over, but he's becoming this weird historian because they don't know what to do with him. So.
And then the opportunity arrives and she takes out both women after the match, stands tall, and we're watching Charlotte and Becky. Sure. I don't really agree with the whole like 2 white women standing tall in the main event with 2 black women. I understand that there's an optic there, but I don't really, I don't know. It doesn't hit me the same way, but also I'm not in the demographic to feel differently. So I feel like sometimes things are just read into a little too hard.
I was just the matches on SmackDown were all capably done, but not interesting in any way to me, including Banks and Belair. Like I didn't need to see the same damn match over and over again. Like I don't care. I just don't care. All for its to its credit, like all of the segments on SmackDown I thought were really, really strong this week. It's just overall it was kind of a medium show.
Yeah, there
largely
was.
because the wrestling was not interesting to me at all.
Yeah, it was very much draft centric, and to be honest, like the matches themselves didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of an episode of SmackDown. Not good, not bad,
Yep.
just there.
Yep. Nothing serviceable. You know, like I said, the wrestling is almost always like good. Like it's not, you know.
Well, let's talk about Dynamite and Rampage. But before we do that, let us tell you to toss a like on this video, would you? Maybe leave a comment. If you're in the chat, welcome. Hello. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, timandjoelpod.com. And on top of that, join our Discord. It's free for now. It's in the link in the video description of this here YouTube video and all of them for that matter. So get in there. Go. Do it. Let's talk about Dynamite. Adam Cole Bebe takes on Jungle Boy Bebe. Anyway, good match. Really good match. But by the way, this is canon now. CM Punk is Adam Cole's opening act.
Yeah,
every time, without fail, CM Punk is coming out for something.
Yeah,
and then Adam Cole comes out. Yeah, because it's look at me, I'm here again.
I exist.
Are you bored of CM Punk being touted on the program every week?
Yes,
you are.
He just talks. It's like
I'm getting there.
I don't need another commentator. There's enough of them.
I'm waiting for a 16-man commentary booth.
Yeah, no kidding.
God knows we're already on the road to a 16-man commentary booth after a 16-man tag. We'll get to that in a second. So Cole and Jungle Boy have their match. I mean, what did you expect? It was great. It was fun.
Yeah, obviously.
Cole's new finish name is The Boom. I'm going to start calling it La Boom. Then the Elite come out. And of course, we got Bryan Danielson and Jurassic Express. And I think Kaz is in this match taking on the Elite next week. So if Kaz wins, if Kazarian wins the match, I will laugh so hard. Do you think Kazarian's the first one pinned next week?
No, he can't be. They need to let him win. He needs to win this one.
I have to find out if he's actually in this.
Joke. Oh,
in this match.
You don't? Not even sure.
I'm not. Even
I'm
sure.
impressed by yeah. Adam Cole, very good. Jungle Boy, very good.
Yeah, it was fine. Anyway, so that match happens, and then afterwards, or sorry, not afterwards, but Brian made a challenge out to anyone in the Elite, and then we ended up. So Kaz is not in that 8-man tag. That's very upsetting.
You goofing.
Why? I mean, Kazarian's just there to take L's, I guess.
Yeah.
The only thing elite is the L. He is the L-Eat hunter. Yes, that's as far as I'll go. So Brian is like the L-Eat, the L-Eater hunter. So Brian takes on Nick Jackson on Rampage. Again, a great match, very lengthy.
Bryan Danielson's so good.
Yes,
he's very good. There's a lot of interesting stuff he does that I have not seen.
Chopped up red, as is tradition.
Yeah, it's normal. That I have seen. they use his skin condition or whatever the hell it is.
He just goes easily. He just reds easily.
He loves eating red.
A lot of outside stuff from the Elite. Lots of cold spray. Fine, sure, whatever.
Yeah. He got kicked in the head. Cutler did. That was great.
Shout out to the crowd who actually was able to shout out that lengthy "you're gonna get your effing head kicked in" together in at least one round. Very good. Good on them.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we all thought that he was in there, but the graphic does not have Kazarian. Title mutilation, and Danielson wins the match. It's going to take me forever to say Danielson or Brian or just not Bryanson, like whatever. I'm just always going to get it wrong. Anyway. And then out comes everyone and we do the schmaz, blah, blah, blah. And then they do a double submission spot. I don't know how you felt about it. I thought the camera angle was hilarious, that they just did the top down shot and it was just like, all you see is their hands going, and it's very strange. But
it was weird. It felt like, because the crew came out like twice, right? On Dynamite and then on Rampage. Like it was just Christian and all them coming out. I was like, oh, same thing. Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's just all the same. I'm ready for this thing to go somewhere. So maybe let's do that. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, back to Wednesday. Glock Anderson. Let's talk about it. Oh,
best segment. Best segment on Fire. Oh my god. I saw some memes. There were so many memes. There was remember that NRA spelled backwards his arm. Like
oh my god. Okay. First of all, I have to say Thank you, Arn Anderson, for giving me a viral tweet this week. Thank you. Go find it. Lee Johnson getting a win. I like that. I like that he also basically like booted out Cody over it. Loved it. Very good stuff.
Oh, whoops.
I don't love Dante Martin eating the pin though.
No, that's whatever. He'll survive. Yeah, it could have been Matt. I mean, I don't know. Did they need to win that match even? Cody and Lee?
I mean, it's Cody, so yes. And then we had to get to the yarn segment. Imagine
we're getting a Cody heel turn, are we not? Is that not where this is going? Yeah, that's 100. I think he's reading the room. He sees the reaction he's getting from fans, and I think he's a practical guy. I don't think he's like that up his own ass. I mean, he's up his own ass, but like, you know, he can recognize that like, this isn't working. I have to do something different. So, I mean, he might. What he should do again? Go full fascist. Lean into the Homelander bit.
Jesus, no. Yes, do it. I don't know. I saw someone talking about how like Arn Anderson could have been the one planting the seeds all along, and maybe everything that you're talking about the playbook and talking about what's written on
the fact that it makes not a damn bit of sense in wrestling context here.
Right. And instead of it being a ham sandwich every time, maybe the playbook was actually Arn with like nefarious moves to get him to cheat. And Cody was like resisting it the entire time. But the only person who would listen to or the only person Cody would listen to and take that advice was Arn. So Arn is the one who's going to turn Cody, because Arn just, what does he say this week? He's like, listen, don't carjack me, carjack Cody because he's a giant pussy. But I will take a gun and I will
spray your brains all over the pavement. That like, was dark. There's been so many death threats and like, Jesus.
There were 4 death threats in wrestling this week.
My God, there's a lot of carjackings in the States, eh? Is that a common thing?
It's very much a common thing, according to Arn.
God, Arn's ready though. Don't fuck with Arn.
Jesus, did you watch Rhodes to the Top?
No. Why? Yeah, me neither. Why would you even ask?
I watched the first 10 minits and turned it off. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Yeah, just not for me. I'm not gonna watch mid and misses. 16-man tag match. That's a lot of people. Why would you do that? Why do you have 16 people in a tag match?
I don't know. You know, just to get the whole Dark Order out there. God forbid they just be at ringside.
I see Mod Dan being like, Dan's prepared. Or sorry, Arn's prepared. Well, so was Dexter Loomis, but that was a different kind of preparation. Anyway, 16-man tag. What could go wrong with 16 people in a match, right? They went to break at one point, and I was like, why don't we just have a bunch of eliminations here? And then someone tells me it's not an elimination tag.
It's not an elimination tag match at all. Yeah.
I thought it was promoted as an elimination tag, and I would have been like, oh shit, this is gonna take an hour.
So many pins. No, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I stopped paying attention, which is what happened. I don't care. And it continued to be infighting, which they didn't put it aside. They continued to do it so that they could have that one big moment, which is the only noteworthy thing that happened. And I just again, none of this really happened on Dynamite, so I don't care. A lot of this has been happening on Elevation and Dark, and I don't care.
So Uno and Grayson start to take a powder, and then out comes Anna Jay, Ty Conchi, -1, and Amanda Huber, who was John's wife, Brody Lee's wife. Yeah. And they do the papers, which is funny. Yep. And I liked it. I wish it would have been Amanda.
It was great, like I said. Yeah.
But instead, Amanda's like, get the hell out there and do your thing. I like that. I like that it was Amanda yelling on behalf of Dark Order and no one else. A -1 wouldn't have been the same. Amanda is like a grown-ass human, and she was like, do it.
She can throw some papers with force,
Yeah. And this was good. That I liked. But yes, I think this could have been a story told within the promoted women's tag match that you had. Mm-hmm. Because you had HFO members, Bunny and Penelope Ford, taking on Ty Conchi and Anna Jay. You could have done something there instead of having a 16-man cluster fuck of a match. Mark for edit. You can add a beep there if you want. I don't care.
I'm not gonna.
Good. I didn't understand why we needed this match. It didn't really do much for me.
Not my thing, but I don't know. Every time they put that many wrestlers in, and again, it's a story that hasn't been told, and they just wanted to do it because it's Rochester, which I get. It's just could have been on Dynamite.
Yeah, could
more
have been on
anyway.
BT.
And not that it wasn't at all, but more.
Leo Rush is officially All Elite. I like that. I like that Leo Rush is basically going to scam everyone out of their money.
Yeah, he's
in
a
All Elite
scum.
Wrestling.
He's a rich scumbag. Got it.
He
That's cool.
stonks. He's the AEW stonks guy. Good on him.
Yeah.
Big fan of that. Yeah, by the way, Joel being a part of the HFO, sure, why not?
Sure.
Why not? So yeah, Leo Rush is now All Elite. That's great. People are talking about him buying out Private Party from the HFO. I like the idea. Let's see.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do it.
Hikaru Shida finally shows up on Dynamite in a pre-tape, said she wants Serena Deeb. She wants her 50th win. She tells us all that it is the Dynamite anniversary next week, which that crept up on me. Holy crap.
Yeah,
it's October. Holy crap. And then we also get the announcement that there's a casino ladder match next week. Did you see who was in the casino ladder match?
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta look it up because I forget. I know Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy are in it.
Yeah, John Moxley's in it, is he not?
Mox is in it. Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, and after that, now I'm trying to remember by heart, but
this is gonna kill me. I'm sure the chat's
okay, we got Andrade, we got Pac, we got Lance Archer, and we got the Joker.
And so who's the Joker? Is it Brian Cage? I think it's Brian Cage.
That's really boring, but probably.
Well, I don't think it's going to be anyone. I don't think it's going to be anyone big. I don't.
No, I think there's no room.
By the way, I was as Elliot says, Matt Hardy FTW for the win. I was told by dorks on the internet that Matt Hardy retired from wrestling, and I'm sitting there just being like, "Not after you see this graphic, pal."
Yeah, no. He's going to get another head injury.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to it. Like we said, Orange Cassidy, Matt Hardy, Mox, Pac, Andrade, Lance Archer, and then a Joker. Leo Rush could be the Joker, I guess.
Could very
there
well
you go.
Be.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Matt Hardy wrestled last week. He's not retired. People are weird. So sure, why not? So who wins the match?
Leo wouldn't be bad if he is the Joker. But no. He's I don't know who the hell's facing Kenny next. Like, I mean, and to lose to Kenny almost certainly.
Oh, Lance Archer, easily.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Lance Archer.
Yeah, the guy who goes back and forth, utility player. Yeah.
And now that his secondary is back, now that Jake the Snake is back, it can have Lance Archer full win. He can do it, and then the Joker doesn't have to be anyone important. Orange Cassidy is a good shout, but Orange Cassidy,
he's top of rankings though, isn't he?
He's top of the rankings.
So like they don't need to do the ladder to put in there.
Yeah. By the way, the Joker has won a ladder match. Going back, it was Brian Cage. Yeah, Brian Cage was a Joker, and he won a ladder match. So there you go. People who were asking about that MJF promo. Let's get to that.
Okay.
Edgy or cringy? What did you think?
Loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
I expected you to be a little bit on the cringe side of it.
No, I think it was great.
You like the school shooter mime skateboarder thing?
Yes, because that is his character. It cuts right to the heart of it. I've called him a school shooter. Remember the pipe bomb bullshit? The stay home sting? That is entirely his gimmick. That makes sense. I thought the straight edge thing was good. You know, they talked about it. I don't know if that is his real life. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm sure he was down with it because, again, I'm very confident that MJF clears what his promo is going to be with the people involved every time.
Yeah. Oh, Mod Mike brings up that it could be Pac versus Kenny again, which I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The drunk driving Uncle Crash line, that was a real thing. But you know what? After all
he's a bastard. Like, that's the point.
Yeah. And credit to Darby Allin for not breaking throughout all of this.
Yeah.
He stood there, he took it, and that was it.
Yeah, I think that's what he wanted to do. And it sets up a strong feud, in my opinion. I think they'll be great together.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think it'll be a good promo feud, but I don't know. I'm just not in love with it. I'm not in love with it.
I think I'll enjoy it. Very contrasting styles.
Yes, that's fine with me. And then the main event of Dynamite, we had the TNT title on the line. Miro, Sammy Guevara. We have a new champion. Sammy Guevara.
What did I say? I said it was a strong possibility Miro was going to drop it because he doesn't need it anymore. He's got a character finally.
So okay, yes, I was tipped off that Sammy was going to win. I was very happy to find out that Sammy was going to win. I'm that guy. I don't care. Shout out to our friend Maggie who joins us on the watch-alongs. She got this.
Yeah.
She put up a tweet on August 15th.
Oh.
And it's after he had won the title and they showed off the new white belt with the coat of arms for
the Bulgaria colors.
Yeah. And so this was her tweet. Here's my hot take on Miro's title reign. Because of the significance of our hometown of Plovdiv's coat of armor, he puts the belt on the side plates. It's the city built on 7 hills. Miro will have 7 big opponents and eventually lose to the 8th. And that's exactly what happened.
That's neat.
He had other he had other defenses, but like of the ones that were promoted and made as big fights, he did that. He had it was very, very cool. So big shout out to Maggie. She absolutely nailed it. I want to actually find those matches real quick. I don't know if Fuego counts, but yeah. Lance Archer, not Lee Johnson, Fuego, Kingston, Evil Uno, that was promoted Friday Night Dynamite. Anyway, it was good. It was a really, really good thing. Big fan of that. Miro going after all 4 turnbuckles. What did you think? Was that kind of overkill? Was that silly?
Yeah.
I don't know why
Fuego
he decided.
Coming at me like, I don't know
that. Yeah, there you go. Penta coming out as the Joker, dressed as the Joker.
That
Penta
was like, yeah, I almost
Joker
said it.
gear.
I almost said that as like a joke as who's it going to be? But
oh, that would be awful. I'm all for it though.
Awful.
Let's do that. Yeah, so that was the Sammy Guevara and Miro match. It was fine. It was good. It was a very good match. When TK said, had his midnight announcement where it's going to be a very Brody centric show and we're going to have a big TNT title match, I was like, okay, I think they're going to switch the belts.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, we have Sammy Guevara as the new champion. Well deserved, because they've been putting a lot on Sammy lately and he's been knocking it out of the park. So why not?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's got, like I said, Miro doesn't need to have a belt right now. Like he finally established a good character. I think he's got something that's going to keep him going for a while.
What if Miro's the Joker?
Miro could be the Joker. Transition up the card.
That's what we talked about a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Lose it in a way that just works.
Yep.
We talked about B-Fab and the match on Wednesday. And then we talked about...
yeah, we did talk about that, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's for anyone who's listening in audio. We were asked that on the live video. Rampage, Nyla Rose, Jade Cargill, Thunder Rosa have a match. It's solid. They have a lot of toys going back to B-Fab and Elektra. This one was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I love Thunder Rosa basically like GTFOing at the start of the match and being like, I'm gonna let the bigger girls go at it. And
Smart.
Just lay out
cerebral.
Yes, that is the smarts of...
She powerbombed Nyla through that table. That was pretty good, which evoked a holy shit chant because people just really want to have that experience, even though it doesn't really warrant.
It's not really a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of exhausting constantly, but
yeah, it's fine. And then Smart Mark gives her the chair to Jade, and Jade goes after Thunder Rosa and is kind of pulling back on those Thunder Rosa chair shots. Sure, whatever. Jade Cargill's built out of stone, so I feel like she's just gonna, she's gonna have to pull back a little bit.
Yeah,
but it wasn't great. But it's cool. I mean, listen, Jade's going in the right direction. It seems like
I mean, I see why she got the win here. It was an obvious need. So,
well, you want to talk about why? So on the rankings, Jade Cargill, I think, Thunder Rosa is ahead of Jade Cargill, despite the fact that Jade is undefeated and Thunder Rosa has 2 losses. The difference being that Thunder Rosa has, I think, double the matches under her belt.
Exactly. She's been.
But is that what it is? Because if it's percentage wins, then it should still be Jade because she's 100%.
No, but it can't just be percentage. There's a weighting applied to it, right? Because if you just do percentage wins, someone winning 1 match is going to be on top, which is nonsense. There's a weighting.
Within reason, though. Is that
there's absolutely a weighting? Yeah, there's definitely a weighting.
I thought it was also quality of person, quality of a challenger beaten.
Could be. I mean, that's
either way.
So you'd have to rank everybody, not only on. Okay, yeah.
They have that. They have it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably pretty similar to how the UFC does things. Where some people just need to get to the top.
Yeah, and so this will probably put Jade as the #1 contender after this. Yeah, she pinned Thunder Rosa. That was it. She pinned the #1 ranked women. She is #1 now. It's got to be. Yeah. If the rankings come out next week and Thunder Rosa is still #1, I'm gonna be like, what are we doing? What is this? It's just weird.
They could just release the formula. It's not
never. Yeah. God forbid. That's a Cody wants to have you thinking that everything's about sports like feel.
Trade secret.
Yes, trade secrets. Did you watch Rhodes to the Top, by the way?
No. God, stop asking.
It's gonna be my new go-to. TBS title is probably gonna be Jade's. Yes, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I missed the Malachi Black segment. Did you see it? On
It was a
Rampage.
package, right? It
Yeah.
was just a little video.
Now,
It
was
wasn't
his
anything
face
crazy.
further painted?
I didn't notice that much. I'll keep an eye out next week. But I haven't zeroed in on your insane theory. But maybe
It's not an insane theory.
It's not. I mean, if we're doing the Miro thing, yeah, it's very possible.
Full corpse paint. That's the gimmick. That's what it's going to be. And I feel like Malachi Black's going to have the corpse paint kicked off of him by Cody Rhodes, or he's going to join the House of Black, the House of Rhodes, including Malachi Black. We're all going to join the Codyverse together, so that when Cody goes for the title, the AEW Championship, he is Cody Black.
No,
the Black Rose. Yeah. Okay. So Evan's saying that it was, and that not. So I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm saying full face will come at full gear.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, he's getting the full corp.
It's a clock. His face is a clock.
Yeah. He should absolutely see a doctor though, like a witch doctor. Though.
Not healing.
And then we get to the main event. First of all, the split screen with Mark Henry and Jack Evans and Orange Cassidy.
What's this? Wait, what is this? I have no idea what this is.
The only person who knew anything about this match was Matt Hardy, and I love
it.
Matt Hardy, famously retired wrestler Matt Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yeah, it was excellent.
Very good stuff. And then Orange Cassidy's just like, "What is the match? Sure, okay, whatever.
Okay, fine."
People don't know that Jack Evans has had a hair versus hair match and lost before.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a little bit disappointed when they don't shave the full head in the ring. They keep doing that. They just make them ugly and then they clean it up after.
Well, then because first of all, not everyone has the best barber equipment out there, and you're sweaty and gross. That shit rusts real fast. Come on, you know that.
Tony Khan's got money. It's fine.
That's true. He does. Probably hire a barber.
Buy a set of clippers that can be thrown out right after.
Weren't they using like Manscaped products, which was, by the way, the best publicity you can find? It was fine. So the match was good. Listen, I loved it.
Good finish. Liked it. Evans sold the hell out of the orange punch. It was good.
Yes, I also liked it in like the early stages of the match. Orange Cassidy like swings Jack Evans by his ponytail of all things. It's fun. There's little shit like that I enjoy.
It's good.
It was just a good match. And then I don't know how you felt about it, but like having all of HFO show up and then get cut off by Chuck Taylor and Willa Yuta, Statlander, and then the rest of Dark Order. I guess it was fine. It was just kind of just telling us, it's Gang Wars. We're back to it. Why not?
Yeah, it's good.
And they chop off Jack Evans' hair, and then -1 gets in the ring, and they lift him up, and it's his night, and it's cute. I liked it. It was fine. And that was the end of Rampage.
All good. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Saturday night's main event was good.
Yeah, people were talking about the Starks promo. It's good. Package.
That was actually very good.
Producer, director.
Yes.
I liked it. Like him being on commentary for that was pretty great.
Yes. It was, So it was just a good episode of Rampage. It's always easy to watch when it's an hour. Please don't go to 2 hours.
Yeah, never 2 again. That was.
I'm begging you. TK, I know you're watching. Never go to 2 hours.
The hour's great. Like it was such a tight show. Very good.
It was very straightforward, very easy to do. Speaking of which, it's very easy to drop a like on this video. It's very easy to subscribe to us here on YouTube and share this link. Tell your friends about us, because here we are trying to grow and wanting to grow with you. And join our Discord. There's a link in the description here. It's free. Free 99. That's JR's favorite. Free 99. Is there anything else from wrestling this week that we want to talk about? Anything else that was fun?
Probably.
Yeah, I know.
I think Glock Anderson wins the week.
I think it really does. Honestly, it got me a viral tweet, so I can't really be upset about that. Come on.
Very funny. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was because I read people talking about it in our Discord. Check out the Discord link below. And it was I had read about it before I saw it, and I was like, wait, what? What is going on? Why are we talking about guns? And then hearing it was like anticipating it. It was still so much better than I expected.
Murder week here.
Oh, because he was fired up. He's just, shoot first, ask questions later.
As one does. I can't think of another way.
My God.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's go have a nice Sunday outside, even though it's raining out here. Tim, where can the kids find you?
They can find me at Tim Stone PTI and BSTO and EP on Twitter. And
he's also on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's right. Show is at Tim and Joel Pod. We're not hard to find. I am at Joel Pearl, JoelPearl. Someone had asked me last night about my Twitch and what I'm doing with it. Stay tuned. Working on some stuff, working through some stuff. Everything's fine. But until then, ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary. That's right. I can't stream because I'm actually Joe Gacy. That's why I can't do it. Sorry about that.
Not canceled.
Not canceled. Hashtag not canceled. Hey, Tim, did you watch Rose to the Top this week?
Stop that.
See you next week.